Let's see how this battery packs looks inside. Let's open one of these units. I'm going to take this solder sleeving around it, and here's like a RTV that for the application that it was put in place, of tucked in place. It's a 6.5 volt 5.2 amps hours lithium battery. It is actually this battery. Let me just get one here that I put in. It is 18650 battery that I just put in top of each other, and it's in parallel. It's 3.6 volts. Should you have put it in series, it will be in the 7.4 volt. Okay, let's just open this thing. There's a protective PC board inside here also. I want to look at. They put sleeving around here. Let's keep the units things together. See, there's your small PCB inside there. If you will open here, just put all this tape here, and then they just close the bottoms and solder the positive and negative here. Just open this, get this tape off here. This whole thing just to protect, don't short out and everything. The PC board comes with a little tag on there that you solder on the top and the bottom. Okay, we can remove this part. You see there's been soldered there. When they solder, they put a small little bit of isolation material on the bottom so that the heat from the soldering iron doesn't melt this plastic, and then maybe it can short out. You just do this. Okay, now I have my soldering iron on here. Just want to go and solder this and take this off here. So now this board is off. Now we can take the top one off. Okay, there's your PC board. There's the two. They just tack in the factory. They just tack these things. I want to reuse this. I want to make my own one. Make my own PC board. See, they all put this captive tape everywhere. And just put this aside there. Okay, now we can check this PC board, what it's all about. You see there's the components, and they say battery minus, and that's normally battery plus, and then there's the output. I'm going to reuse this wire, so I'm going to solder this off. That's it. Let me put this aside. Now what I'm going to do, I bought my own batteries. I'm going to make the same. See, they package them that they don't short out in transit. This is a small rocket bomb, this. If it shorts out, okay. Now that we saw that this is in parallel, we need to solder these two things, tags together, on top and the bottom one together, like this. But we can assume, take my cutter, bend it over. I'm gonna cut it like this. bend it over, cut it like this. Now I'm gonna put this one next to it. Just stack it and solder it on top. But obviously I need to put some material. I think I'm gonna use, first gonna kind of put these things together so that you can make it workable. Put it there. And then put the positive there. So I can solder the bottom one because I don't need to be worried about the sleeving, because there is then because the negative is anyway. Okay, just turn it quickly there. And then we can solder this on top of there. Mustn't also solder too long that the heat doesn't go inside and damage the inside. So but for here is a bit of a problem. Now we need gonna go and I'm gonna take some of these things off, but I'm scared to gonna take the negative. But things are stacked here, so I think I would rather put a piece of tape there. You just fold it again, make your own kind of isolator there. Now we can solder there and solder the bottom here. Also tin the units. Now you can just make it a little bit smaller. Let's tin it again. Tin it in the inside there. Then we can solder it on top there. Okay, now that is done. So now we need to just tin them for the tack. There. We're going to solder in the middle there. And then the PC boards. Okay, now you'll see here's a new PC board. It's a 5 amp, cost 35 Rand. And it tells you there's the battery positive, battery negative, and there's your the power plus and minus. So there's a small thing. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put the PC board here on the side there. Let's just put another lots of masking tape. Now we're going to put the battery negative there. Now we can cut this off. Now you can tin this. You tin that part, then you can hook it there. That's it. Now the negative is there. Now we're going to put the battery positive by the top side there. Let's just bend it a little bit. Take your flat nose and then you can just tin it. Now we can go and solder it there. Okay, now let's measure first. Take your multimeter and we can measure the battery positive and negative. It must give me 3.8 volt. So now we know. So this PC board protect the from overcharging. It won't allow charging more than 4.3 volt. Then it switches off, or short circuit. When somebody short circuit, then it drives through the circuit and it will only allow a certain amps, 5 amps. More than that it will switch off. And if you this is just a battery protector PCB. So always make sure you have, if ever you use this, see there's a bit of a problem. Let me just make sure I don't have anything that, because this is now the battery positive, it mustn't short out on the casing. So there's also always a good idea to put some isolation material underneath there. Actually should have put it there before. See there that you can protect the casing from the positive terminal. So that will do. And now when you finish, we can solder the positive and negative. Now the battery positive, those wires I kept, we can solder that one there. And the negative, we can solder there. Always make sure you have fresh solder on your things. We can maybe put it this side. That's it. So now you can either turn this around, the all goes back this way, and then we can close it. Just make it a little bit shorter. So PCB is now kind of protected. Then we can put some new masking tape over, or your sleeving if you have this thin sleeving you use. So I think this is kind of alright. Put the bottom one. And we're gonna put this one, so we remove from the other side. You can stick them there if you want to. The top one also there. And then you can take your thing and just go and wrap it like a Christmas present. Okay, that's it. You can maybe make another thing here. Okay, there's your homemade battery pack. Let's measure the output here again. We can measure 3.8 volt, and we're going to charge it, and then this is good as new. Okay, normally what we do, we take this and we tin it. But when the wire is thick enough, it's not necessary to thin. Depends on what the kind of connector you put it in. Okay, there's your battery pack. Now I'm gonna do this one with the same thing, but this is gonna be 2 parallel. So I'm gonna put the polarity otherwise so that I can put it in series. And then there's a different PC board for this job. It is 7.4 volt. Now it's 7.4 volt because it's in series, so different application. Now how this thing works, it looks differently. There's your battery positive and negative as it's series, positive, negative series. And then this is your, the bottom and where the two is connected together. This is for a reference voltage. As they charge, is check the battery in the side. I think they use it as a balancer to charge the battery. It's the same. This is more what this PC board looks like. It's a bit different. Okay, let's just first stop here. Just open the batteries quickly. Okay, now let's open this one. This is a different. It looks a little bit different. It says it's 7.4 volt, so it's in 2 batteries in series. Capacity 1.8 amps hours, a little bit lower. Max charge 8.4 because you charge the lithium maximum 3.2 volts. You can take this apart here. So this also have a protection PCB in here. Just need to get rid of the sleeving. So this looks totally different. There's a different type of package. It's a more flat type of unit. So now this is how there's a positive, negative, and then there's a middle center point, and then you get so many different type of configurations of these batteries. Just gonna take this apart. Okay, this thing is kind of open now. You can see there's the battery terminals. There's in series, plus, and then the center point is soldered there, and the plus minus. I'm gonna remove this because I'm gonna use it for this other application, and then I can take this PC board out. I can just go and do this. This is a very vicious tape. They have this tape with reinforcing in. This is a bit of a nightmare to open it. You just cut this off. You can open this PC board. And there's battery minus positive. Stick it with double-sided tape here. And we can unsolder this. Okay, now I can put this away. I can reuse it on the next project. Okay, now this batteries I'm going to put away. Same as the other one. You can only start with this one. Okay, and put some tape down. But then now I'm going to remember this is in series now. So this is going to be like, but you mustn't short the top, then you short the batteries out. Let me just, I'm going to fold this upside down, fold this there, then I can maybe fold this like this, cut it, the other one to solder on there, then like this. Then we can go and we can put it down like this. And let's quickly solder this. I need to tin this first. Then we tin this. Then we that's it. Yeah, you must make sure you don't short out any positive and negative. You're going to take a piece of masking tape. We're going to shove it in the middle there. For this, if you solder there, don't short out this, because we're going to tin it here for that reference plate. Okay, now this is now the positive. Let's cut it off. Okay, now we're going to make another thing here. And put it over there. Here where we can solder, that you don't short out from the heat. Okay, now we're going to tin top side, and we're going to tin the. Okay, now first we're going to put the PCB. It's just now this is the now is the positive and negative. We're gonna This on the top side. Then we're gonna let's stick this thing here for now. See, this must go there. You just bend this over there. They just thin it on the bottom. Always thin your stuff. When there's not enough solder, you can't solder the stuff together. Okay, they just then start by do this, the side where the two is together. Let me just put the PC board, hold it there, and then we're just gonna just resolder that thing. Okay, that is now your reference, and now we're gonna somehow go and battery positive. See, there's a positive and negative. Luckily I put this stuff right way around. Now we're gonna solder battery positive. Cut it shorter. There's a negative. So here's a bit of a problem. Here we must actually go and twist it. Keep it away from each other. There's your point. See, make sure those two parts never short out. This is where the sparks will come. Maybe we're gonna go and solder this terminal there. Be careful now that you don't damage there's it. Make sure that you solder properly and you don't short out this part here. That's alright. And that negative can somehow go right through. Then just solder this nut in the bottom. And this is a problem, it's just not being soldered in the bottom there. Just turn it quickly. Okay. And then we can just go and put the just be careful you don't short out those 2 points there. Just to make some, I'm gonna put a piece of tape between them there. Just put it the other way around. Let's just put some isolation between that two. That's it. Then that's enough. We can then just remember where's your battery plus and minus, of your positive and negative. Okay, now let's just let's go measure first before we stick. Now we're going to measure the battery positive and negative, and this must be see, there's nothing now. No, I wonder what is the problem now. This board says no output. Maybe we must first, this is a way you first switch on the, solder the stuff together. Let's just lift this point, the reference point first. Let me check if you can see anything. That boiler is 3.8, so it must work. Why doesn't this thing work? There's one component missing. I wonder if there's no one component. Maybe on the factory they should have put that component in. There's bugger all. Let's put it back together again. See, there's nothing. So this is an issue. So I'll have to return this PC board to the manufacturer, and I'll also maybe put this other one in. This is more what I can do in the meantime. So I think there's a component missing. The factory is not, this is not right. Okay, I think what I need to do, I'm just going to quickly remove everything. Okay, I put this other PC board from the previous battery pack back in. There's both components. I think they made a mistake. Let's just solder this again. New solder on. Now we're going to put the positive and negative terminal. Let's just measure it before we, with the multimeter. There's your positive, negative. Now why is it like this? It doesn't want to give me any. There's a 7.6 go inside the thing. The positive and negative have nothing. Somehow I'm making a mistake somehow. I don't know what. Maybe we must first charge it and then it will activate. We just put the power supply on here. And okay, I have my power supply here. I'm gonna, like, if I charge it, let me just solder the wires on here first. Battery negative. Battery positive. Okay, now we can go and we can always put some pins in there in the connector if you want to charge it. And they contact there. Then the positive. The negative. See, there it takes charge now. And I just take it off. There's it, 8.7, 0.6, 7.7. So it shows you, this is how you activate it. This is maybe what I need to do with this. You first charge it and then it activates, and then let's remove this first. Let's do it. Let's take this off and take this off. Now I also learned something. You and me learned something. Let's put this back. There's a battery minus. Battery plus. We somehow bend these things. Let's put the battery plus on. The battery minus. Isolator in the model. Then we connect the bottom. Okay, now this is all connected. And let's put the wires back in again. The battery positive. The battery negative. Now let's measure like none before. This is nothing, let's charge it. So I'm going to put this here, my crocodile clips. Okay, this is a lower voltage. This is 3 point. No, I'm not right. Let's just get the voltage right again. This is 7.4, it's 8.4 is maximum, so I'm going to put it in 8 volt. And then see if it draws current. There it draws current. It is charging. Now let's just measure it again. That's it. It shows you. You first have to charge it. First have to charge it, activate it, and then it's working. Okay, that's good and good news. Okay, now we all know. Now let's go and I just want to put an isolator between this positive terminal here. There's always a put it there. Now I can, that one is, this where the dangers is, where we can short out the casing from the positive terminal. This is where the problems is. This one is alright. So now we can close it. We can close it now. Close it here. We close the top side. I don't have any of those other stuffies left, so we need to somehow put some masking tape here. Another masking tape. Just to close everything, doesn't short out anywhere. Okay, I think there's my pack. This is now the 8.4 volt. Okay, let's put a 8.4 volt. And this one is a 4.2 volt maximum charge package. This is now my homemade, and then these things you're going to discard properly, because don't let them lie around somewhere in the toolbox. They short out. You can have big issues if they make short out and start making flames. Okay, and now this PCB I can keep for another time. Put it back in the packet. Put them aside, and then this is it. So I'm gonna put them in application where you know how to replace your own the cells. That way you can buy your own. It is the this is, you get just be careful buying. This is a 418650 type of cell, lithium. I bought cells at the China shop, but they're really bad. They don't last long and they don't have the output. Be careful what you buy. Buy at your reputable supplier. Okay, this is my story for lithium battery packs refurbished, mint. Hope you enjoyed this videos. Please subscribe. Till next time. Cheers.